Hey Warriors, welcome to another school-wide lesson topic. Today we'll be talking about self-care during the holiday season. The holiday season can affect people in different ways, so today we will go over the following topics that affect many people this time of year. That includes 1. Mindfulness during the holiday season, which basically means how to be aware of what your stressors might be. 2. Detecting signs of burnout. 3. Coping strategies. 4. Reaching out to your support systems. And then 5. How to help others. Being mindful during the holidays means being aware of what is approaching. So that includes weather changes. We need to keep in mind that it may make us tired if it gets too rainy, cold, or cloudy. It can also make us more susceptible to being ill, or it can give us allergies, which can get in the way of completing our regular tasks. We might also stress about upcoming tests, projects, events, or activities, or finals. We may think about the time away from school and friends, and maybe even think about having the holiday blues if we prefer to be around our friends. This can also mean time with family, which for some can be a positive thing, but for others it can be stressful if we have to be around people that remind us of past tension. Then, of course, there's the holiday planning with family that can make us aware of any financial concerns our parents might be having. Or we may find ourselves grieving, especially if we think about people who have passed away around the holidays, or people that are not around anymore for us to enjoy their company. It's also good to just keep in mind that multiple stressors can feed off of each other. So at times we may ask ourselves why we are stressing so much, but it could be because a lot of these things are happening all at once. And it's okay to keep that in mind just to get some control over what's happening in our lives. So let's talk about detecting signs of burnout. Burnout basically means that our mind or body is taking on too many things all at once, or even going through several things for a long period of time. Mental symptoms can include sadness or frustration, anger or resentment towards someone or a situation, loss of energy, difficulty concentrating, constant recurring stressful thoughts, trouble seeing a positive outcome, a sudden lack of interest, or feeling helpless. Physical symptoms can include headaches, stomach aches, loss of appetite, heavy breathing, dizziness or blurred vision, trouble sleeping, a rise in blood pressure, chest pain, or weakened immunity making us feel sick sometimes. It's important to note that mental and physical symptoms can feed off of each other. So we may have an emotional symptom, and then all of a sudden, stress triggers a physical symptom. And then thinking about that physical symptom can add to more mental stress. These are all things that our body does to let us know that we are stressing out, that we need to stop for a moment and can't just simply go on the way we're going. It's good to ask ourselves what's going on in our lives so that we can assess our situation. However, doing so can cause a little bit of stress on its own. But that's why it's important to differentiate between bouts of feeling depressed, which is general sadness, which can go away after a few minutes, hours, or days, versus ongoing stress or anxiety. If that's the case, we need to ask for help or make a plan to seek assistance. Coping strategies help us respond to stressors in the moment. That's why it's important to ask for help if you're not aware of what coping strategies look like. These include guided breathing and meditation, staying hydrated and getting fresh air, moving your body with exercise, engaging in your favorite hobbies, making a list, or starting on a task but taking breaks. Coping strategies help us calm our thoughts, ease our mind, and also reduce the physical symptoms. But it's also important to make long-term and positive future goals. These include the following. Make an exercise plan, but start small. For example, start or end your day with a walk. Make healthy diet changes if needed. In other words, make gradual but small changes. Break down steps to accomplish difficult tasks. An example is using a planner, a calendar, or even the Notes app on your phone. And then end your night with a calming or mindfulness activity. In other words, you can process your day, think about everything that happened at night before you go to sleep. Think about your triumphs, your challenges, and also consider a few goals. Exploring different coping strategies is good for self-care, but so is reaching out to your support systems. That includes reaching out to a trusted staff member for help, visiting the Mental Health and Wellness Center in room 206 if you're on campus. You can reach out to trusted friends or family while you're on vacation. You can brainstorm what your next discussion topics will be if you are not in regular contact and make a list. You can also share how you would like to be supported. In other words, let people know what you need from them. That can include having company, being heard, getting advice, or engaging in recreation or a simple distraction from a topic. Sometimes we may notice that others need more help than we do, so it's important to know how to help others. We can check in on friends who may need a follow-up. Ask a friend or loved one how they would like to be supported. Empower others to recognize their strengths and also reach out for help themselves. Refer to the resources on the next slide or seek the support of a trusted staff member for guidance also. Sometimes we may find ourselves or find others in a situation that requires intense or ongoing support. So remember, you can ask a teacher for guidance or a staff member in the Mental Health and Wellness Center for support. If school is not in session, here is a list of resources to keep in mind while we are away. But remember, it's okay to seek assistance when we return. Well, that's all for now, Warriors. Thanks for listening and practice safe self-care.